Welcome to the Good Karma Sportfishing Podcast. I'm your host, Captain Ryan Van Fleet.
And welcome to the Good Karma Success Coach Podcast. I'm your host, Melinda Van Fleet. What day is today?
December 1st.
Craziness. It's pretty wild. It's been Mr. Toe's wild ride.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's windy again.
It's windy again. It's like we get excited that there's this little break and Ryan can get some of his charters in and we get really happy and then it's the wind again.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
So,
but
it is December.
Mm-hmm, it is December, but it's been kind of crazy. And with that, we just keep on taking action.
Yes, we keep on taking action.
And that's what we were going to talk about today.
Yeah, November was a rough month. So we're going to talk some about that here. So yeah.
Well, do you want to start on that?
Yeah, I've got a little story we can start kicking off with.
Okay, I'm scared.
Yeah, we'll kick it off with
I don't know what he's going to say, so I'm
again,
on.
it's one of those things about never quitting. So it's very interesting. I had a really I think it was Sunday. Yeah, Sunday I had a couple, and we got out there and the seas were flat calm, and my client's girlfriend wasn't feeling so well, so we immediately I was very fortunate enough that we caught a very large blackfin tuna, and then I lost a nice wahoo, and the wahoo was a target species, and his girlfriend was starting to feel real ill. And I just was like, and I started seeing everybody else catching fish around me. So I was like, oh. So I just took a really big, deep breath and I prayed really hard. And I maintained ultra positivity. And to make a long story short, I had 20 minutes before she was going to really start feeling bad on me. And I literally caught one right before I had to take her back home. So we put it in the boat. I said, nice job. We ran her back inside, and she was so grateful. So
yeah,
it was awesome.
It was very awesome.
And we didn't quit.
And you didn't quit.
And we caught the fish.
And you caught the fish.
Yep.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing. I think I wrote a blog about it. I forgot. I was going to look. It was either a blog or mentioned it in a podcast about how there just seems to be two camps right now, two mindsets. And one is don't quit, don't give up. And the other one is sitting and wallowing in your sorrow. And I just had an amazing conversation on someone else's podcast. Her name is Sarah. And right before the podcast, she asked me, what were my thoughts on grieving versus coping, because she's experiencing these conversations with people as well. And you know what? It doesn't do us any service to sit around and wallow in our mud. It just really doesn't. You have to figure it out and push through it and continue to take action and not quit. What would it have done you to be all pouty that you lost the fish and go back to the dock? Right.
I woke up saying that we were going to catch one, and I had a great couple, and I just hung with it. I really did. It could have went either way, but the couple had such a really good vibe about them. I just knew that if I hung in there, we were going to get another bite and it was going to stick. Honestly, that's the way I felt, and it happened.
Yeah.
And it happened. So true. So, and it doesn't do anybody any good when, honestly, it's just, especially, I'm just been very fortunate enough that I've had a lot of good clients that are just grateful to be out there to be fishing, and just to be able to talk to somebody, and other than their spouses. When I had Bennett the other day, he was just like, hey, it's just great to be out to talk to somebody. Mm-hmm. And it's just, well, you can reach out and talk to anybody anytime. You can pick up the phone and call people, and it's just it's just one of those things. You have to just take an extra step.
Right.
So
right. You have to think about it and take action. If you think about when COVID first started, remember everyone was like crazy, making Zoom call plans and doing all this stuff like the first month. And then it kind of petered out and everyone kind of became a little more siloed.
Right. Everybody just kind of went into some sort of like really like zombie state, I guess you can say, like a zombie state.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
A little different. So, it's interesting too. Ryan and I were talking a little bit a few hours ago about our podcast topic and about, people not sticking with it, not taking action. And, this has been written about in books. I didn't invent this thought process. It's actually just true. But it's easier for people to play victim, to make excuses, to not take action, to not move forward, than it is for them to get uncomfortable and try something new or stick it out. It's like an easier thing. It's an easier way to have a cop-out in life, but it doesn't serve you. It doesn't get you anywhere. And you have to figure it out. You have to figure out how to move forward. So it's very fascinating. I even had someone on my Good Karma Success Coach podcast, episode 100, Joanna Hunter, and I used that snippet for Crush It in Sales, which will come out on Wednesday. And she talked about the people that take action.
Right.
And that she found 5 types of people in regard to action takers. And one was taking action. One was being a follower. One was kicking a gift horse in the mouth. One was buying something at the last minute. And the 5th one was people that just never buy or never move forward. And that all goes into the same thought process. This seems to be the cycle of what's going on with people. And it's pretty fascinating.
Yeah. No, it's very interesting. Toxicness is not a good thing right now. And I am doing my absolute best to stay away from people that I feel that will wreck my mojo.
Derail you.
Yeah, that will derail me, because now is not the time. So that's my stance.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I'm moving forward with my business. And Good Karma Sportfishing is about good vibes and having fun. So I just don't need that in my life.
Yeah.
I really don't. And you don't catch anything if you're bad, if you're toxic. You just don't.
Yeah.
That goes on. It goes for people that fish on their own boats too. It's really bizarre how it works, but that's honestly how it happens. Mm-hmm. So if I could tell people, if you don't believe in that, you just haven't been doing it long enough. So and that's just the way of the fishermen and the way of the outdoorsmen. So that's just the true nature of the whole gig, I guess you can say. So.
Yeah. So there's 1 month left of the year, and then we're in 2021, and I've heard all these great things about the planets and what's going to be happening the end of December. And now is the time to shed all that bullshit behavior and get ready to improve your life, up-level your life, take action, don't quit, whatever bucket you're in, think about that and get ready. Get ready. We have new exciting things ahead of us, and, do some reflection on 2020. I mean, yeah, for us, 2020 was not the greatest year financially. Obviously, we lost a lot of charters. I lost a lot of sales business, but we still had a really good year in terms of getting things done. And we're very grateful for that. So do a little bit of a deep dive on your 2020 of what you can appreciate. What are some takeaways? What are some hindsights? And what are some things you're grateful for? Are you healthy still? Hi, that's the biggest one ever. And what are some good things that happened? What's your last month of the year going to be like? And then what are you looking forward to in 2021?
Yes, and that's exactly right. I mean, you really got to just look forward to what's to come. I honestly had a rough month. November was rough for me. I mean, it was tough to even do some of the podcasting, to be honest with you. It was really challenging. So
Because you weren't fishing?
because I wasn't fishing, and it just kept like, it seemed like it was never going to end. And I had, with the way that some things happened around Thanksgiving, and it was just kind of derailed me a little bit, but something inside of me is like, okay, so I just kicked myself in the ass when I felt that, and boom, I was back to it. Mm-hmm. So, but that's just that little inner voice in me that keeps me motivated. So, and I know that, hey, it is what it is. So it's just it's just a messed up year, man. But we just got a lot of good stuff to look forward to.
Yeah.
So.
And you found that little voice, so I'm very happy for you.
Yep. And that's what it takes. You just got to find that something and dig down and get it. And that's that. I mean, really, that's what it takes. I mean, if I don't find it, I'm not going to be successful out there and find big fish. That's it. So.
That's true.
Got to have a clear mind.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So this is just a short but sweet little podcast heading into December. Again, it's December 1st. Always a day for myself and my family because we lost my brother years ago, right before I met Ryan. But he is one of our angels. And so it's a day to be grateful. It's a day to be grateful for the people in your life because you never know what's going to happen. And yeah, and that's really all I've got. We're just keeping it tight. Yeah,
we're keeping it tight today, guys. I've got I'm going to do another podcast this week with a fishing tip, and I got some news with the app I'll discuss.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah, the app
I love what you and LeVar worked on.
Yeah, we've got some good stuff coming with the app, and I'm really working on giving you guys some great information, and I'll put it all together for you and how to use it in a podcast. So. And I appreciate you guys helping share the word. This podcast is 100% organic.
Yeah, it is
100%.
Yeah,
and
we were just talking about it. It's amazing because all it is a podcast, and so many other people also put it on YouTube and also do video and also do this and also do that. And we've just both of us kept it really old school, and yours for sure because technically you don't have any interviews. You have 2, but they weren't even like big podcast episodes.
I don't do the old interview thing or anything like that.
Huge thank you to both audiences. Yeah. We really appreciate you guys listening because there's a lot of podcasts out there, and we understand that your time is limited, especially nowadays being a little different. So we appreciate you guys listening in. So you can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Melinda_Van Fleet. My website is goodkarmasuccesscoach.com. If you click on the link to receive the free Believe and Take Action daily guide, which will help you feel better, you will also be signed up for my Monday Mojo newsletter. And how can people find you, Mr. Ryan?
You can find me at goodkarmasportfishing _FL_keys, and you can get involved with my private Facebook group, the Good Karma Sportfishing Podcast. Again, it's a private group, so you just have to fill out the rules, and I'll go through and review your profile, and then I will approve you.
Awesome.
That's it.
Cool. That's it.
Yeah, man.
Have a great rest of your month because this is our joint podcast for the month.
Yeah, and it's December's a great month for fishing, so I've got a little series planned for you guys, and that's it. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and remember, anytime you're fishing, it's all good.
Thank you.